ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Ooga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane. How you doing tonight, Sally?
I am doing great. Much better now that I've got most of the antibiotics worked out of my system. Ugh, they are so rough. Anyhow, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
All
Why don't you
right.
get your screen like that today?
So I could see it better.
Yeah, so the camera can see it better too, huh?
Okay, so who do we have
Oh,
first?
you're ready to go already?
I'm ready
Oh,
to go.
jeez, look at that. No small talk. Just like, let's go to the room. All right, let's go to the room.
Let's go to the room.
Hello, Jasmina. Will November be better for me financially? Better than what?
Let's see. Jasmina in November. Well, when you start out November, if you look at this, the one thing that the cards are telling you is that it's very important in November for you to start out the month, and this is within the first 5 days, start out the month taking inventory of what you have. Because you're starting out on kind of a feeling like you've lost, but you haven't lost everything, and it's time for you to, like I said, take inventory. Because these two cups right here tell me that you start out in November with enough to move forward, and you also have an opportunity, and it feels like a small opportunity, but an opportunity all the same, some sort of a project, and you see that in the Page of Wands. You know, he's the one that's grabbing the torch, and the torch, of course, is fire, opportunity, entrepreneurship. Oh, and there we go, and the Queen of Wands. So with each progressing week, November gets better and better for you. So your challenge in the beginning of November is to adjust your attitude and take inventory on what you have, and then to pay attention and grab the opportunities that come your way, and finally to grow and nurture those opportunities. So yes, there's a lot of potential in November, but the cards are telling me it's up to you to realize potential.
Okay, well, there you go, Jasmina. And who is next? Brandon. What is my work week looking like? Who's got a grumpy
Oh my
boss?
goodness. It's funny because when you ask that song, when you ask that question, I just get this song about working in the coal mines. Oh, I hope it's not like working in coal mines.
I can sing you that song, but
Yeah, we get linked. Okay. Starts out pretty well. Okay, so I have to tell you a story about that. Okay, so Brandon, first off,
once upon a time, no.
right, as the work week begins, you have all these little opportunities handed to you, and it feels like little tasks that will make you look good, kind of thing. So you're kind of the guy that says, oh yeah, that's a piece of cake. And they come up with another task for you. Can you do this for us, please? Oh yeah, that's a piece of cake. Oh, Brandon, you're our hero. Can you do this too? And before you know it, you got too much cake. So your biggest message for the beginning of the work, first off, there's going to be all the opportunities that you could possibly want to present yourself in a good light. Don't take them all. Just sort out whether it's something that you really want to do. And it looks like by the time you get to the end of the week, you're moving forward pretty good. All these wands tell me there's a lot of fire energy around you, a lot of entrepreneurial energy, a lot of self-directed. The wands are fiery, but they're also self-directed. And I'd say that would be the theme of your week right now. You can really make some good progress, but I think that the self-direction is important there. Okay.
And next we have Kara, who's looking for spirit messages.
Ooh, why don't we get out? Sorry for the noise, everybody. Kara and spirit messages. What does spirit have to tell Kara? Oh, there we go. Whoops. Well, three things. Um, First, you have this idea of fertility and a symbiotic relationship and providing for the needs of the future. So it's saying that for true growth in a relationship and possibly growth of your family, the first thing you have to do is consider, you know, how big of a chunk you're biting off here and how you're going to live up to the responsibilities that you're committing to. They're really singing. They're really kind of singing baby songs to me right now. So I'm wondering if you have a baby coming into your life. Well, there's a little. Okay, so another thing that that spirit is telling you is that change is a good thing. Quit resisting it. Quit being a pain quit being a thorn in everybody's side. And finally, um, got provide for the needs of the future and then the past. And the past talks about blessings and the gift. Um, this really feels like a baby coming in. There's a baby coming into your life, and it might not be um, in exactly the way you want it. Okay, so that's what Spirit's telling you.
And our next message is, our next question is from Lynette, who's also
Hi,
looking
Lynette.
for spirit messages.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I should have tested my own microphone today.
What? Can I hear you?
Oh, they can hear me. I was just a tad loud.
Okay, so Lynette and Spirit messages. Uh, Lynette, they're talking about gifts and good surprises around family. Of course, we're coming up to the holiday season.
We are, that's right.
Yeah, and so I think that Spirit's saying that the holiday season, the upcoming holiday season, is going to be better than you think. So these are just little things. The idea of growth and fertility, and it's funny because you've got the B here for the Bracana, which talks about, it could be babies, but it's definitely growth and fertility, but it's also, you have this Welu, and it just feels like that same son, but I'll expand it better to say child, and this is Ansus, which is an ancestral god, and so we're looking at the older generation and the younger generation, and a blossoming in between. So yeah, which is the best thing about the holidays is family together, and both young and the old, and greeting in the new year. Okay, so another thing they're saying, and this is about the Thorazaz knowing your limitations and not biting off more than you can chew. And it just sits alone. It really says know your limitations.
Okay then. Next we have the High Priestess. Welcome back, High Priestess. Can I trust my current partner to remain faithful? Guarded and wondering if it's safe to drop my guards.
Wow. I guess we all worry about stuff like that, but wow. It's hard to know how a relationship would last if you don't feel like you could trust the other person to be faithful. I mean, isn't that like one of the corner posts? Can you trust your partner? Oh, I hope you get good cards. So far, so good. It looks like there's messages of love. It looks like he's a smooth talker, and he indeed isn't telling you everything about himself. He just seems to be keeping some stuff to himself. But I'm not real sure that it's about love or any other partners or anything like that. But I do feel like there's information he's holding back on you, and that's why you're wondering if you can trust him. Yeah, he should be more open with you. Yeah, he really should. He really should be more open with you about stuff because he is making you worry. And do know that you don't know everything about this guy. You just don't. Okay. That's about the best I can give you. I don't pick up on any cheating vibes.
All right. And next we've got Rosie's Fairies. Welcome back, Rosie. Will I find a job this week in my new area?
Oh, and they are to be had. Jobs indeed are to be had. Make sure you apply for government jobs. Whoops. Yeah. So, and that's just because I'm just getting a sense of the post office here in Stratford kind of thing. That feel the government buildings. So, don't really think it's going to be a worry for you, Rosie, but let's see what the cards have to say. Oh yeah, there's no problem there. No problem at all. Yeah, yeah. Just look for it. Just make sure you've made up your mind before you walk out the door what kind of a job you want.
See, that's a lot of cups, Sally.
Yes, it is.
Like in a restaurant or bar or coffee shop.
I don't know. It's funny because I got a real government feel to it.
Government feel, all right.
Yeah.
Well, they're always filling their cups on our tax dollars.
Yeah, well, might as well get yours filled.
Hi, Diane. Welcome back. Diane wants to know about November. She has given up on October. 10 days left, but I've had 11 days left, and I don't even know how many days there are in October. It's all a blur.
Yeah. I quit drinking until November. Sorry, wrong punctuation. I quit drinking until November. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, you notice that you have the swords here, and they aren't exactly well aspected, but it's followed with this judgment card. And so this, first off, it tells me that you got some challenges. And November is there to test your mettle. November is there to test your spine, test your courage, test your faith in yourself, test your ability to call other people on their bullshit. Oh, can I say that? Well, I just did, so I can. And it does say, it's one of those things, to thine own self be true. Don't let people convince you that you're trapped anywhere. All right? Because you look at her, and she feels like she's trapped. And I'm sure that people have told her that she's trapped. But she's not. The blind folds up a little bit, and plus that, her feet are perfectly free. All she has to do is put one foot in front of the other and do it. So don't always believe somebody when they try and convince you you can't do it or that it's against the rules. Challenge all boundaries. And then you've got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords feels like a specific person. And it's somebody who's, the words charming and dashing come through. So I'm pretty sure you're dealing with a coworker, but maybe that's not the struggle that we're looking at. But I'm seeing a male who's charming and who's dashing, who has a way of getting his way with ease. He plays fast and loose with the truth, and he tends to just ride roughshod through everybody's life. And yet nobody really wants to challenge this person. And November is going to be your month to look that person in the eye and tell them just how wrong they are about everything. Don't let anybody gaslight you. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. And finally, you've got the judgment card. So it ends on a positive note. So whatever crap life puts you through in November, it's going to be well worth it, and everything will pay off handsomely. So just consider it a test that you are well positioned to win. Okay, so who's next?
I guess Movember is just around the corner.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right. How come women don't participate? Just stop shaving everything for a month.
I was going to say we do, but you just don't see it. He asked.
Sonia asks, will the credit company work with me?
Okay. Credit card company.
Of course they will. They don't want to lose you as a customer.
Well, it feels like something a little bit deeper than that. But I think that you're right there. Okay, so I would have to say they're not going to make it easy for you. I just get this because I get the King of Cups and the Chariot reversed and the King of Cups reversed. And I see that as representing whoever you're working with as a credit card company. That the person is kind of full of themselves and don't seem to want to work to move forward. And I think that it all centers right around the Hanged Man. And so before you try and work with a credit card company, know what is realistic and what is not. Okay? Because if you ask them for more than they're willing to give, they're going to shut you down. They're just going to freeze up on you. So make sure you do your homework and you come to the table with a realistic offer. And that will work for you.
And just simply point blank ask them, what is it going to take to keep me as a customer?
You're right.
Because remember, they're making money on you. So when they lose you as a customer altogether, they're not making any more money off you. So they really do not want to lose you. It's kind of like getting out of a contract with your cell company, right? So just ask them, what's it going to take to be, for me to remain a customer?
Okay. And we're on to Tichelle.
Tichelle, hello, welcome back.
Hi.
How are things looking for me this week ahead? Well, let's find out.
Let's see, Tichelle's week. And this Sunday, I am using the Smith Weight deck, or the, should I say, the Pamela Coleman Smith commemorative deck. Wow, that guy just wants to keep going. Whoa! All right. So, this week, when I look at these two cards, the Hanged Man and the Tower together I don't think it's going to be exactly a good week for you, to be honest. I think that you're going to be asked to give up a lot. And when I look at the Tower, it feels like there's stuff going on beyond your control that's really got nothing to do with you, but it's still impacting you, kind of like splattering on you. And this one, which it's funny, this is the one that speaks the loudest, because this and this are both major arcana. So that's talking about the outside forces. So you've got this pressure. Oh, please give up X amount of shifts or give up X amount of hours or give up this or give up that. You know, and it's maybe a little unreasonable, but it's kind of like something's coming down. But the safest thing that you can do is to hang on to what you got and do your best to keep your mouth shut and your head down. Because this is the whole situation you can hide from this week, and I would strongly suggest you do that. All right.
Diane, we did do your question. Hello, Cindy C. Cindy wants to know about her hubby. Will he have a good week this week?
I don't know. It depends on how nice he is to you.
Sure, yeah. Not the other way around at all.
You got that right. Would you like to hear my theory based on questionable science as to why women are 12.5% superior to men before we're born? Okay, Cindy, we're going to see how your husband's going to do this week. We all we all wish the best.
Let's start with genetically, you're prone to survive more in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah. Smart guy, I believe him. Plus, that's kind of on his path of study, so I really believe him on that. Okay, so Mr. Cindy C. Lucky guy. Okay. That's funny. That's funny. It starts out well. You know, you got the Hierophant, and sometimes, and in this situation, absolutely. Sometimes it represents marriage and a marital relationship, and it's kind of like, yeah, your husband's a lucky guy. He's happy with his marriage, and he feels strong in being a happily married man. Interesting. Now, this Ten of Swords, and I know it looks like a ghastly card, and if it was right side up, it would be. Now, upside down, I see the swords pulling out, but I kind of wonder. And let me just look at the last one. Yeah. Okay, so overall, he is having a good week. He is really glad that he's not somebody else. And I think that he may be dealing personally with somebody who's going through a divorce. Because he's all this week, he's just counting his lucky stars.
Alrighty then.
That's his positive card. It's a positive card of change. And so, yeah. He's headed a good position, a good direction, and he is willing to make whatever changes he needs to make to continue to be on the happy path.
Speaking of happy path, where can they go and see you?
Oh, they can come and see me at the spa near the tracks. I offer readings in person on selected days of the month, and you call 519-272-1293 to schedule an appointment, or I offer readings online, which I can do morning, evening, afternoon, and I can schedule things more to your advantage, and we can both read. I can read you and you can read me both in the that didn't come through right, but you can be read in the comfort of your own home.
Jeez, who would have thought that I'm the one that's drinking?
I know.
Hi, Patricia.
Hi.
Patricia says, no right or wrong answers. Will it be in my best interest to do my master's at University of Fredericton online or TRU online? Check out the websites. Yeah, check out the websites. If they're both got the same website provider, like Fanshawe Colleges is Brightspace. So check out the websites because that's the thing that's going to be your portal through everything. And you've been around long enough to know that some of them are better than others. The one I'm dealing with right now is horrible.
Yeah. So you asked if they said there's no right or wrong answer, and I could see that. It feels like there's one that you've had some experience with and one that's new to you. And the card's saying go with one that you're experienced with when you really want to go to the one that's new to you. So you asked.
And if that doesn't work, go with the one that has the medical department. That's like the card said. You missed that one, did you?
Wait a second. And excuse me.
The middle card had the medical staff.
Oh. Right, it was 2 of Cups.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a very good observation, but what drew my eye was a couple.
Okay.
So the cups coming together.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes that caduceus is what draws my attention. Sorry for the throat thing.
Alrighty. Benafsha.
Hi.
Welcome back. How does November look like for Benafsha? Brr.
Yeah.
Wherever you live, it's going to be colder than normal.
Okay, Benafsha. Oh, it's too much talking. I'm just on the tail end of a chest cold, and sometimes it gets to me. I'm really sorry about that, folks. But Benafsha had asked,
about November.
yeah. Okay, so, you know how I went 3, 6, 9? It's because those are what I would consider the goddess numbers. They're all functions of 3. Like this would be body, mind, soul. And so in November, first off, let's look at this. This right here. And these 2 cards I'm going to take together because they seem to be part of the same thing. One of your biggest challenges in November is this idea is that you carry a lot of worry and guilt about other people's problems and the stuff that other people do. And I think that right now you might be working around a situation that's unfolding that might be a bit childish in a bad way. And you're taking, it's kind of, you're going home and you're carrying somebody else's bad behavior on your shoulders. And the cards are saying, don't take responsibility for somebody else's bad behavior. Don't own it. Don't cover for them. And be willing to be a bit rude and walk away. So this one is the one I like, the Empress, and that's you. And so November can be a time of productivity and growth. And anybody who reads the tarot cards is out there going, oh yeah, that's a pregnant lady. And usually it is, but that's just not what it feels like on this one. It really does feel like on a body physical level, not body, but on a physical material level, you have growth. So whatever's happening here, you might be making somebody jealous. But somebody is kind of undermining you. Somebody is making you feel guilty. That's BS, BS, BS. See, I didn't use the shit word. So there you go. Enjoy the month. It's all about you.
Alrighty then. And you know what time it is? once again waiting to do what? What are we doing? To pick a card. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, you know how this goes. She shuffles, draws 3 cards, you pick one. Ta-da.
Yes, and this would be for the week of October 21st.
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right. And so you pick one card, and that's your tarot card for this week. So which one are you going to pick? Are you going to pick tarot card number 1? Is tarot card number 2 your card? Or is tarot card number 3 your card? Well, let's see. Which one did you pick? 1, 2, or 3? If you pick card number 1, then your tarot card for the week is the 7 of Swords. Oh, be careful. I can't remember the exact phrase, but you got to be wary of the negative people. You've got to be wary of the gossips. Anybody with a negative attitude or a sharp tongue, keep them as far away from you as possible. There's also this idea of theft. So this would be a really good week to make sure everything's locked up as it should and don't leave anything open. I mean, anything open on your computer. So even guard your computer, because it just seems like there's a lot of forces around you this week that seem to want to take what's yours. So defend what's yours. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your tarot card for the week, oh dear, is the 9 of Swords. Now, the 9 of Swords, it definitely says that you've gone through something. There is some hard feelings, but there's a bit of overkill too. Like when you see the 10 of Swords, the only real positive thing I can say is the swords have already been played. This week is a week to try and move beyond the feelings of loss. So instead of focusing on whatever's going on in the moment that's not making you feel good, focus your eyes on the horizon. Look at what's ahead, because as you can see, there is a new day dawning. Okay. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your card for the week is a Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is, he's energetic, he's entrepreneurial. It does say that this is the week to take charge of things yourself. This is a week to show your creativity. This is a week to show your good ideas, your entrepreneurial spirit, your ingenuity. Present yourself that way. This is a week that you can really get things going. This fire is on your side. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you have a very good week, and we'll see you again next week for another episode of Pick a Card.
She's back. She's ready. Hello. Let's do this. All right. It's 9:35. I think we're going to have to do some speed rounds here.
Okay.
Hello, Sushama. Good morning, India. What is coming in November for me? All right. Well, let's find out.
Okay, Sushama. In November, and when he says speed rounds, that means that we are going to end of the day with some of the easier questions being answered by the producer during his speed round, right?
Yeah. So, Mystic Bond, would 9 p.m. your time be easier for you, or do you need earlier? I'm not sure what time your bedtime is. Mystic Bond is watching from Italy.
Okay. So what's coming in November? In November, you have got a lot of money-making opportunities being put in front of you. You know, you've worked hard for it. You've gotten yourself a good name. And so you certainly can set yourself up to be earning more money in November. The one thing you're being warned against is just don't overload yourself. You know, I used to tell, the way I used to put it is you can grow 12 oak saplings in your front yard, but you probably cannot grow 12 oak trees in your yard. So anything you take on is going to grow, and keep that in mind. It should be a month of abundance for you.
All right, and our next question is from Dextros, which I will answer. Due to scratches on my P90X DVDs, I want to buy a brand new set. Do I have the card's permission to buy a new P90X set? Why don't you just give yourself permission to buy what makes you happy and let that be the end of it? If the money's the problem, well, then save up a little bit longer, because right now you're not watching them because they're scratched up, right? So if you know, maybe not being able to wash them for a little bit of time is exactly what you need. But always give yourself permission to buy what makes you happy. Next, we got Brother Chris. Welcome back.
Oh, you mixed toxic wave.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, 6 months ahead. That's a general reading, Toxic Wave. You can get one of those by calling that number on your screen, 519-272-1293.
Or send me a message, cuz.
Oh, yeah, send your message there. All right, next we got back to Brother Chris, I guess.
Yes.
All right. Brother Chris is waiting to hear back from a medical review from the government. How much longer will you have to wait?
Okay, so you know it's always hurry up and wait, right? Because you want to know the medical review from the government. So you get part of response in 3 weeks, right? And it's kind of like a hurry up and wait and hurry up and wait. It's like, hurry up, we need this and this and this and this and this from you, and then they leave you waiting again. So it's a process.
Okay, then. Cool Libra wants to know if there's any love interests around them. Well, let's see. Does the sign love for sale still work? How about lust for sale?
All right, so cool Libra, looking for love in all the wrong places.
The Garden of Eden's not at the bar.
Cool Libra, that is basically exactly what you're being told. It sounds like you've been given some well-grounded advice from other people, other wise people, and yet I know that I do understand that it's like Billy Joe used to say, I'd rather cry with the sinners and I'd rather laugh with the sinners and cry with the saints. Yeah, well, you might want to cry with some of the saints, eh? Looking in the wrong place.
Moderation is the key.
Yeah.
I can't handle moderation.
I don't know. So you know, Cool Libra may have also been told that there's
Anyhow,
yeah. I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah, no wonder.
Yeah.
It derailed.
I know.
Gen X wants to know about the finances for the rest of the year.
Oh no.
Well, let's find out what the cards say.
Okay. Oh, I don't even see it.
Oh, we have so many questions.
Okay, so I can't. Okay, and that was what was Gen X for the rest of the year?
Finances.
Finances for Gen X.
Yes.
Okay. Gen X, your finances. Okay. Well, they're going to get a little bit better because you're being a little bit more adult about how you handle finances. Because when I look at this five of Pentacles reversed, I kind of get like you may have gotten yourself into trouble and kind of blamed everybody but yourself, but now you're kind of taking responsibility, and so as you are moving forward, yeah, um, yeah, your finances are going to fall together. Don't be discouraged. Keep up with whatever you're doing, and you should have things straightened around within 5 months.
All right. Yeah. Who is next? Well, we got one that rolled by me here, but Allie wants to know, what are the energies around new love interest G regarding how they feel about me?
Oh, so Allie wants to know about her new love. Their new love.
Interest.
Okay, so let's see. Love interest.
So that could be a crush she's never talked to.
Let's see. There might be some truth to that, but it looks like there has been, like a breakthrough of the confusion in that. So I think she's actually made connection. She's actually made a connection. It has been a difficult, you guys kept missing the mark, but there you are. You made the connection. Okay, so this guy says, just put one foot in front of the other. Don't put a lot of expectations on the relationship. Enjoy it for what it is. It's just too new and too tender to start putting expectations on it. So now it's just time to wonder how which outfit you should wear or how you should do your hair. Don't worry about what your wedding dress is going to look like.
Alrighty then. That was for Allie. Next, we've got April.
Hi, April.
April wants to know about November.
Oh, all those months, I'm going to get confused. April and November. April and November. April and November. April, I would say that November should be a pretty good month for you. The cards are reminding you that you've got some pretty good intuition, and it's pretty strong, especially in the beginning of the month. This should be a month of growth and prosperity for you. So listen to your own inner instinct and look for some of the opportunities that you've wanted to come back in. So some of the things you've been asking the universe for are going to come your way this month. And my guess, because we got the 3 and the 3, is that we'll be around the third week. Okay.
Next, we got Scorpio Angel, who's looking for spirit messages.
Spirit messages for Scorpio Angel. My hands are just stuck with the cards Scorpio, so that's what we got. Okay, Scorpio Angel. Okay, so you've got the spirit messages are basically saying that when you should cut somebody out of your life. You know when this should happen. Sometimes it's hard because you're attached for one reason or another. But right now, Spirit is saying it might be time to look to cut ties. Okay, so who's next?
Next, we got Lover Guy.
Hi, Lover Guy.
Next girlfriend be my typical relationship partner. Well, lover guy, we're not going to reinforce your preconceived notions of what your partner is going to be. Be surprised like everybody else and just live in the moment and take it one day at a time. Braveheart, will I be in a relationship with a girlfriend by next spring?
Sweet Braveheart is looking for love. Huh. Um, yeah. Yes, I'm just going to give you yes. Yes.
But you do have somebody around you telling you negative things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm just, I'm getting TMI around this relationship. So this is going to be a relationship definitely with so this is a relationship that could that could spur some kidlets if you're not careful.
Kidlets.
Yeah,
Is that what we're calling ankle biters now?
sure. Cookie crumblers, rugrats.
The dog did it. SR Kish, we'll have a great weekend ahead.
Okay.
Dinner out? Sure. Are you buying? If so, we're going to the Starlight.
It actually looks pretty good. It looks like yeah, it looks pretty good. You've got Queen of Pentacles right in the middle. So that's the well-grounded queen, and it does look like there's going to be a bit of a there's going to be a bit of luxury there because when I see the Eight of Pentacles, and of course you're asking about recreation, I'm assuming you're asking about recreation. So when they talk about payoff, I'm assuming that that would mean better dinner or something. You said dinner out. All right.
Okay.
But don't forget the reason why you're doing this.
Welcome back, Shar. Shar wants to know, how would it go if I contact F the Taurus? Well,
You know, your mind and my mind go absolutely two different directions when the phrase F the Taurus comes up there.
is that so?
That's so.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Char. And F the Taurus. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. And you're right to think about that. Because I know it's old fashioned, but somehow if you contact him, it's going to look like you're groveling. And you're going to be in a subservient position, period, always. So you're just going to have to wait for him.
All right. Our next question is from Zab. Well, hello, Zab. Done liking. All right. Yeah, we are doing pretty good. Sally's coming off a cold. How can I possibly meet my future husband? Jeepers.
I thought I answered Diane's question.
This is Sab's. Oh, Diane, yeah. I already said that.
Oh, okay. So,
Sab, possible future husband.
possible future.
How can I meet them?
Let's see what
Putting yourself in places where there's people.
well, it's more than that. Go out and do the things that you like to do. Things you'd like to do all the time. Because that way you meet people, you'll meet somebody who likes to do the same thing you do. Okay, Sam. The cards are being very motherly towards you. They say, they say.
you, you turn over to High Priestess at the end.
You know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say just wait for it. Don't put a lot of expectations or anything like that. There is nothing for you to do. Don't put it on yourself. Just take all your worries and all your anxieties and just stand tall, look straight ahead, and put one foot in front of the other and get on with your life. That is how you'll meet them.
All right.
And yes, it's very, very well aspected. Just wait for it.
Okay. What we got next? Lucky Girl.
Ooh, lucky girl.
Lucky Girl. I cared a lot about a friendship, but I feel a little betrayed. And
Oh,
in an attempt to keep me in his lies, he covered his actions with lies. I appreciate guidance on this. Lucky Girl, you don't need guidance. You need a kick in the ass to leave the guy.
yes.
Or girl. I mean, it's as simple as that. He's lied. He's cheated. You know, maybe not physically with somebody, but still betrayal there. And I'll let Sally take over now because
Never forget.
she's the lucky girl for real.
Never Yeah, I know. I fell down the stairs this week. And I got down to the bottom of the stairs without breaking a bone. Thank you, Prolia. Okay, anyhow. Lucky girl. Lies are just a deal breaker from beginning to end. Lies are never unintentional. Nobody accidentally lies. Lies are an intentional act of disrespect. So, no, do not accept a lie. If a lie comes from somebody's lips, if they lie to you once, no, they've lied to you 100 times before you caught them. No, do not accept lies or liars.
Anyhow, moving on to Yvette.
Hi, Yvette.
All right, Yvette's looking at our finances. Of course, she wants to improve them.
Well, of course. Okay, let's see what the cards can tell you about finances. What can Yvette do to improve her finances this week? So, let's see. This week.
Will my sister call me tonight? I mean you.
I know. I know. I'm purposely ignoring. Okay, so you said this coming week, and yeah, you could set yourself up, but it's kind of like with this. I feel like it's almost telling me the summer, and you have these 8, so you can start yourself on a very good path, and one where you can start to see a turnaround in 4 months. So yeah, you do have an improvement coming your way. And the cards are purposely reminding you that nothing happens in a week's time, but it does start to get better. So whatever you're doing this week, you're heading in the right direction. Just keep going in that direction. All right. So where are we?
Toxic Waif. Looking for spirit messages.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We got a FaceTime. Okay. So what does spirit have?
Oh, you guys know each other?
My cousin.
Well, then you can do this when there's other people.
My Arizona cousin.
Arizona cousin. Oh, yeah. So she needs help for sure.
This needs protection from killer bees. And habaneros. What in the heck are those guys? No, javelinas. The javelinas.
Javelinas?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
They're
those are
rodents.
nasty.
Giant rodents.
Oh. All right. So.
Are they tasty giant rodents is what I want to know.
Well, you have to cook them just so, because they have a musk gland, and you have to know how to remove that without bursting it open.
All right. So it's kind of like that toxic fish from Japan.
Yeah.
Whose name escapes me.
Fugu? Something like that.
Something like that.
All right. So.
Toxic Waif still looking for spirit messages.
Okay.
Anytime now.
Right. All right. So Let's see what you need to know. Thank you, everybody, for indulging us a bit of chat there. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so Spirit is telling you that when I look at the Queen of Cups, um, she has that cup. That's the only cup that's covered in the deck, right? And the High Priestess is also about things kind of covered, but it's about esoteric knowledge. But this basically feels to me like it's talking to me about your relationship, your life, your relationship, and that it's almost like it's time for her to retire or something, because it feels like it's saying that you've reached a point that you guys have looked forward to for a long time. And it's kind of you and me under you and me under the moon. Okay. You, me, and RV. Okay.
All right.
That made her laugh.
Next, we got Rebecca Gomez.
Hello, Rebecca.
I have nieces that I have helped for years, and all of a sudden they're acting differently towards me. What can I do, or what have I done to cause these actions? Rebecca, I swear to God, this sounds like a Reddit story.
I hate to say it, but that's exactly what it sounds like, because I just get this lack of gratitude and this idea that, well, I don't need you anymore, so. Aww. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. They're just they really are. They kind of have their head up their posterior. They're just with their friends, this, that, and the other. I don't think they realize in a million billion years that they're making you feel unwanted or left out. And I'm sorry what I said before. I was just kidding. It does look like they're going to work at being a little closer and a little bit more in communication over the holiday season, which I like to see. And the moon assures me that they do love you very much.
And on to Italy. Buonasera. I'm sure I butchered that. Oh, by the way, Mystic Bonds, feel free to send us an email with a question. That way you don't have to stay up. You can watch the replay. Anyhow, whatever advice my angels want to give me in this particular phase of my life. Every time she gives angel messages, I gotta take her off the cross afterwards.
Okay, so oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, folks. Okay, so Mystic Bond is telling me you're coming up as a Knight of Pentacles. So Spirit's saying that you put down some good roots. And it's time for you to kind of solidify the plans are ahead of you. And don't be afraid to move forward. Definitely don't be afraid to move forward. I know it's risky, but no risk, no return, right? Definitely. It is time for you to move on with some of your life's plans. And they are assuring me that, you have some good, solid plans, well-grounded, and plus that, they play into your creativity and your passion. So whatever that dream in your heart is, it's time for you to start making it happen. Okay, and speaking of time.
Yes.
Why don't you try the speed round?
Speed round.
Yes.
All right. Yahweh's child. May I ask, is my bald-headed gym crush single, married, not into women? What's keeping him from asking me out? Ha ha ha, seriously. No, you know what's not serious? You. Why are you not asking this man out? He might just be at a point where he's not sure. He's not reading signals right or at all.
Yep.
He's at the gym. He's there to work out. He might be completely oblivious to the fact that you're into him. So do yourself a favor. Don't ask us when he's coming to ask you out. Ask him out. Moving on. My lady. What does Wesley think of me, or what is he seeing of me? Just ask him. He thinks that you're just fine. He thinks you're awkward, though.
You are.
Next, we got 1025. Will Logan and I become friends again? You are still friends. You're just not talking to each other. Anyhow, Wendy Macero, will I get a work from home job? Yes, you will, but it's not going to be what you want, and you're not going to be satisfied, and in the end, you're going to end up working in the real world anyway. But just temporarily until you make some network connections, and then you'll be at home again. Emily Lawrence Bradley, can I have some help from my guides to overcome despair and hopelessness? Oh boy, Emily, why don't you give me a heavy one at the end there? Oh.
Yeah, I think she would need some crystal healing there.
No. Emily needs church. Emily, I know this is really hard for you to hear, but you need church. And I don't mean religion, I mean church. There is a difference. There's a huge difference. Divine Oracle Podcast. We're getting more people in other countries than in Canada. When will we get more people listening to our podcast on Podbean? So I'm adding stuff to that question because I know our Divine Oracle Podcast, so I know what they're asking. More listeners in Ontario. It's just a saturated market here. I think that's what's getting at you there. Keep working on building that European or well outside of Canada connections there. I mean, if people are not watching in Ontario, isn't that just fine? I mean, you're on YouTube and you're or on Podbean for a global audience for a reason. So if it doesn't happen right away, it doesn't happen right away locally. That's not new. That's not uncommon. I mean, there's lots of people that have great success internationally and have no success locally.
We love our friends from India.
That's right. Around the world. And now Italy, too. Look at that.
Yes.
I can finally learn how not to make pasta fettuccine alfredo, since that's not an Italian thing. Anyhow, moving on. Oh, Divine Oracle Podcast. Yeah, that's really all I got for you on that. Crow's Net. What actions will Hugo take towards me in the near future? Whatever actions they are, they're completely preventable by you. Just cut them out of your life if that's what you want. Sun and Moon, can I have a reading about a situation with FA? No. Not tonight. And Hopi Redford, can I have a reading on my future spouse? No, you're going to be surprised like the rest of us. Quit going into relationships with preconceived notions of what your partner's gonna be or should be or looks like or where you're gonna meet or any of that crap. Just be open to meeting person and then be in the moment. Do that mindfulness. And we've been hearing about mindfulness for over a decade now. But for some reason nobody wants to apply it to relationships. Be in the relationship you're in. Don't worry about the next one. Don't worry about, oh, is this the right guy? Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right about the expectations because I think that people who have the best relationships are the ones who start out their story. I wasn't looking for a relationship. I wasn't expecting to. Yeah, because that if you don't expect a relationship, it leaves the doors to the other dimensions of a relationship.
Other dimensions. Oh, I can get behind other dimensions. You know how we do that? We come back next week.